Hello, everybody. Hope everyone is having a lovely weekend, a great Sunday. For those of you in America, happy we beat the British Day. Um, um, and I think this is the first stream where I've been not outnumbered by by the British people in chat. So that's fun. But yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to Come As You Are. I was about to say hashtag Come As You Are. Um, I have been on Twitter too much. Um, this is a Things from the Flood mini campaign. That we are running here. And of course, I am joined by our amazing cast of people who do some very amazing things across the interwebs and in the world. And they are just some really awesome people that I am honored to know. Let's go around the virtual tabletop and introduce ourselves and who will be playing today. Let's go counterclockwise this week and start with Allison.
Hey, it's great to see you, Tommy, and everybody in chat. Hi, it's Allison. I play Jen Beckett, who is kind of a jock, who is angling for captain of the swim team and who's feeling super anxious right now about not getting back to school before lunch and maybe hurting her chances at that. So let's go.
Well, I mean, you've got you've just been fighting raptors. I'm sure they'll understand.
Okay, if you say so.
All right, let's move over to Kiana.
Hello. Excited to be back here, back into this Things from the Flood. I did it correctly. I was tails were fed on the edge of my tongue. I was like, nope, turn that around. Wrong T. I am playing Chris Guthrie, who is the older of the Guthrie sisters. She is a motorhead and protective, but also goes along with the shenanigans kind of older sister, which clearly because they've ended up with raptors and a sentient fridge.
Yes, a sentient fridge indeed. Um, and y'all handily disposed of those raptors. No small part thanks to I may have fucked up that sentence. I'm not sure what I'm going for. Abe, hi. Mal, how you doing?
Hi, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back in 1998, maybe? I don't... what did I do in 98? Oh, I don't know. It was so long ago. Yeah, I'm glad to be back as Abe. He's the lone wolf, I think is what... Anyway, yeah, he totally decided he was gonna, jump on some raptors, and somehow that worked out for him. So I'm happy because he didn't get eviscerated.
Nice. And Lauren.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Lauren. Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hi.
Sup, Tommy?
What's up?
I'm Lauren. I'm that salty ginger over on Twitter, and I'm playing Turquoise Guthrie, the baby of the group. Also, somehow the leader, I've decided. She may or may not believe that she's a witch. We don't know. But she led the group to a rousing victory over the Raptors, and that's what I know. She also led them into danger in the first place, but they don't seem to remember that. So, winning.
Nice. Winning indeed. So yeah. So we are playing in the Things from the Flood system. It is the sequel to Tales from the Loop, based on the Tales from the Loop universe by Simon Stollenhag, designed by Niels Heinz, and published by Fria Ligan. Things from the Flood operates on a few guiding principles. Everything changes, everything falls apart. Everyday life is full of demands, boredom, and conflict. The mysteries are exciting but dangerous, and only you can stop them. You are neither kids nor adults. The game is played scene by scene, and the world is described collaboratively. In this game, when we roll, we'll be rolling d6s equal to a certain number determined by attribute level and skill level and other bonuses from items and whatnot. If any 6s are rolled, it's a success. Otherwise, there are options for trying to reroll or failing that roll. Our game is set in Washington State in a fictional town called Kanaskat near the Cascade Loop, the second largest hadron collider in the world. Now, before we get into this, as always, we'll be using safety tools to make sure that everyone has fun and feels safe and comfortable at the table so that we can push the boundaries of the themes and topics we'll discuss in this game. And of course, you can find a link to that at the top of Kiana's Twitter feed, who has helped write them. Now, before we start, let's just quickly review conditions that we all have. I think we just Jen and Abe right now have conditions. All right, what are those conditions?
Jen is exhausted.
Abe got himself a little injured.
Abe did get himself a little injured. It was a heroic dive off the rocks. So, last week, we started off by observing a little bit about all of our teens. I totally realized I didn't introduce myself. I'm sorry. My title is apt. I'm the unreliable narrator, and you can see how unreliable I am based on my ability to introduce myself.
Sorry, who even are you?
I don't know. I mean, how could you know if I didn't introduce myself, right?
I don't know.
I mean, you're just some random people who showed up in this call, I guess. I sent out a link and you guys showed up and I'm like, okay, here we go. Okay. I'm Tommy, Imperative Pengu on the Twitter sphere. I am your unreliable narrator for the evening. And you can clearly see that I am very unreliable based on my ability to do my introductions. But yes, last week we observed our teens as they sort of went about everyday life mid-September. The school year's just started in the last couple weeks. We sort of saw a little bit into their morning routines, into their lives at school, or not at school, depending on who you are. They all sort of received the same, what seemed to be a prank call at the time, asking if their refrigerator was running, and to telling them to go and chase it. They eventually, Turquoise sort of discovered that their refrigerator, the Guthrie refrigerator, seems to have run off into the woods. Unfortunately, they didn't get around to dealing with that until lunchtime, when they all snuck out of school to go and investigate the missing refrigerators. Thereupon discovering a seemingly sentient refrigerator being attacked by raptors, they valiantly saved the refrigerator from the raptors, completely wiping them out with the use of dive bombs and flamethrowers. It was really quite something. And we ended with the refrigerator unit, who called themselves Unit 1N355A, that you could call Anessa, telling them that they were there to save them. And that's, we'll get to that in a moment. Let us pan to the outskirts of Kanaskat for just a moment, as we find a mess of odds and ends, crushed cars, defunct robots, and just about everything else you can find in a small town in Washington State. It's all caged in by barbed wire fences. At the front, near the tiny trailer that serves as an office, there's a large sign over the gate, a comically drawn spaceship. that reads Area 61 Scrap and Junkyard. We find the owner, Alfie Moss, and one of his guard dogs, Spark, staring at a large hole in all of the clutter. Alfie scratches Spark's head as well as his own as he contemplates the situation in front of him. It's the third time this week that a large chunk of anything has gone missing from his yard. His guard dogs haven't alerted him to any intruders, and he's fairly confident he's trained them to be the meanest dogs this side of the Cascades. Not to mention, he hasn't heard anything, given that he lives in the trailer that also serves as his office. And given the amount of effort it would take to steal as much scrap as has been stolen, no way thieves hadn't made more noise. No. There's only one possible answer to this mystery. Aliens. Aliens. Well, Spark, I think it's time to give Major Bradshaw a call. He'll be able to get to the bottom of this. Thank you, Mal. We pan back to the other side of town to a forest just outside of the Guthrie household as you all are confronted with this refrigerator who's aimed backwards at you because the voice is coming seemingly out of the cooling units out of the back. And they've just told you that they are here to save you.
Abe just sits down, a hand on his head, like, oh, that was stupid.
Yeah, it was. Nice.
It was really quite noble, if I am to be honest.
Wait, Chris, does your refrigerator usually talk?
Nope. No.
Oh, but it doesn't talk to you, Chris?
No, the fridge doesn't usually talk. This is at least news to me.
Don't you all think maybe we should tell somebody?
I would rather you didn't. That would defeat the whole purpose of my mission.
Okay, and why?
I don't know.
Great.
Who might be listening?
Oh, it's like a conspiracy?
You could say that. Yes, but a conspiracy is something that has yet to be proven. I am fairly certain with 99.999999999
Yeah, we get it.
accuracy that what is going on. I understand what is going on here.
Well, so there's room for error.
There is always room for error, Turquoise Guthrie.
It's creepy.
Cool. You know our names. That's great.
Well, it lives in our house, Chris.
I know all of your names. Turquoise, Chris, Jen, Abe.
Okay, that's more unnerving. Cool.
Chris, it listed me first.
I think you should call your mom.
I would rather you didn't.
Jen is completely ignoring the refrigerator at this point.
If the refrigerator has a mom, Jen, be more sensitive.
Turquoise,
Yes.
can you be serious about something for once in your life?
I'm very serious all the time. Did you see the flamethrower? That was pretty serious.
I mean, it was pretty serious.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. See, Chris agrees.
I was the one that used it. But anyways, sentient fridge trying to save the world?
You may call me Inessa.
Right, Inessa. Right, I'm calling a fridge by a name. Is that your name as a fridge or?
My name is Unit 1 N.
Okay, yep.
355A.
Yes.
I don't look. I think there's a broken computer or something in this refrigerator, and there might be more raptors. And I have got to get back. I cannot be late for next period.
Wow. I didn't know jocks were such squares.
I mean, I probably shouldn't be late or caught outside of class anymore today either.
You will not be late for anything that actually matters.
Okay, but what matters to you as a fridge, I think, is a little different than what matters to us.
I'm gonna go around while they're, talking about going back to school. I'm gonna go around to try and see like where the voice is exactly coming from on the other side.
No, so it's got the backside of the fridge pointed at you right now, and
And
you're
that's
pretty
where
sure
it's
it's
coming
coming out of like one of the cooler systems or something
Alright.
like that.
I'm gonna go around the other side of it and like see if I can open the door.
You can open the door.
Cool.
I believe that is inappropriate to do without asking, even among humans.
Yeah, but we did it literally all the time since we were little, so I was just looking for a snack because I had pickles in here earlier.
You look inside and it's just a jumbled mess of whatever was in there. Like there are smashed containers and there's for some reason 5 jars of unfinished pasta sauce in here. It's kind of gross. But for some reason there's 5 jars of unfinished pasta sauce, as if every time someone had like made pasta they'd used like 3/4 of a jar and then decided instead of finishing the jar they just buy a new one.
Mom's weird. Okay, I'm gonna close it.
Let me
So-
rephrase that. Nothing here matters because nothing here is real.
Oh damn, it's 98.
I'm not stoned enough for this to make sense.
You do not appear to have any stones on you besides the ones you are sitting upon.
Cool. Huh. I wonder if it's like, so you guys, David Cronenberg's making this new movie. I don't know if you've heard about it, but I'm going to tell you about it. It's called Existence, and it's like they're in like apparently they're like in some I'm really taking my time because I see Jen checking her watch. They're in some like virtual reality and they're maybe stuck there, but they're not sure. I don't know because it's not out yet because it's going to be released next year. But I read about it in a magazine. So maybe I'm dreaming right now and all of you are in my dream.
Abe completely unhelpfully adds, oh yeah, that's the one with Jude Law, right?
Yeah, Jude Law's in it, and Jennifer Jason Leigh is, well, they're trying to get her. Jennifer Jason Leigh's hot.
Okay, so do we have to deal with this thing right now? Inessa, can this wait like maybe a few hours, or like is it like a right now we gotta do the thing? Because
You are not far off, Turquoise. In fact, I am quite frankly amazed that they would allow such knowledge to exist here of something like that. Perhaps they thought that anyone would think it were made up, ridiculous, uncomprehendable. Turquoise, can you make me just a straight mind roll?
Sure. Oh, that's so weird.
0 successes.
Like it.
Yeah, you get a bit of a headache for a moment as you're saying all these things, and then it
Mhm.
passes. Now, as for needing to take care of it right now, that is, how you say, debatable, but the longer I am here, the higher they are likely to notice me.
Yes, because you're a fridge walking around.
It was the most available resource I could bring my existence into here.
Oh, that's awesome. So Nessa's not actually a fridge. It's like using the fridge. Do you get it? Do you see the distinction there? Jen, you see it, right? You're like a science nerd.
No. Look, what I see is that your refrigerator computer is messed up or something, and it happens. We just had to have ours repaired like a month ago when it stopped, the freezer stopped working. And
That was a riveting story.
we just need to get back.
Yeah,
You
we
may-
will, like, eventually.
It is perhaps wise, I suppose, for you to return to your everyday routines so that those who may be watching do not notice something out of the ordinary. I suppose that is a good idea, Jen.
At this point, she spins around and kind of acknowledges that the thing is talking for the first time. And she's like, not notice anything unusual. This is ridiculous. I'm talking to a refrigerator.
No, Jen. Anessa doesn't want them to notice anything unusual.
Exactly, Turquoise.
Wow, me and Anessa are like, we are on the same page. I should take you to the
Yeah,
park
you
center.
definitely are, Turquoise. You're right on the same wavelength with the broken refrigerator. Can we, Abe, you can't. You know what's going to happen if you're late for this class.
Yeah. What if we put the fridge, what if we take the fridge to the comic book store? My boss probably won't care. And then we can go to class and then we can come back and deal with the fridge when class is over.
Is the comic book store in this reality also run by Unit A13X31, also known as Alexei?
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, Alexei. He's pretty cool. I think he's Russian.
Yes, he was one of the Russian AIs who were forced to leave Russia with the collapse of the USSR and came to reside here. In the real world, he and I are friends.
Oh, cool. Then he totally won't mind if you crash at the store then.
I think this is a good idea, but we should also plan to meet up later, for there are things that must be done, and I must get to beep, 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 Area 61, Scrap and Junkyard.
Oh, there. You want to go there?
It's like Chris is like,
Yes, I cannot be a refrigerator forever.
All right. So, okay. Well, let's just hope they don't think that I still stole those things. Anyways, we'll take. Okay, and I check my watch. How much time do we have until lunch is over?
Oh god, I mean, you have maybe like 10 minutes till
Oh my
lunch is
God.
over.
cool. So,
Like, you're not even, like, you have like a 1.5 2-mile hike back to the cars and the motorcycle, and then, another 10-15 minutes drive. Cool.
I mean, we could come up with an excuse.
We could just call out, Jen, what does your mom sound like?
I could call them and ask, is their refrigerator running?
I don't think that's going to help us here. Thank you,
That's the
Vanessa.
thing that you could do, Anessa.
I would unplug it if it needed to be plugged in. It does not even need to be plugged in.
Jen.
I do not even have the electrical input-output device on me anymore now that raptor has relieved me of it.
Right. So we don't have access to a truck right now to even move you, Anessa, to the comic book store. So do you need something we could bring you to like transfer your consciousness? Like science nerd talk. You get it, Jen.
It is not as simple as that. There are ports within the world that make transfers easier, and one such port happens to reside in the junkyard.
Oh. So we need a truck, but Mom's got the truck at work.
Yep.
We-
Might as well make a call saying that we did, in fact, bump into some raptors. That is not far from the truth.
Yeah. We went out for lunch, got a little turned around, and raptors attacked us. I mean, look at Abe. We can just show him Abe's. Yep. All that.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's like any remaining like feathers or anything from these raptors on the ground.
There's the one that Abe crushed, like just broke its spine, by falling on it. So that one's mostly intact, although a little disfigured. The other two are like burnt to a crisp.
Yeah. I did that. Yeah.
My parents are going to kill me.
No, we just won't tell them. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
We don't even need a truck. Just if only two people ride in the car, we can shove Anessa in the back, laying down. It'll be fine.
Maybe not in the back seat, but you could like lever it into the trunk so that it's like hanging out the back of the trunk
Of the teacher's car that we took.
the teacher's car that you took.
I bet he's got bungee cords. We can just shove Anessa in the back as best we can and bungee cord Anessa in the trunk.
Great. Yep. Let's do that. And then Chris, you go make. Well, maybe I should make the call. Actually,
You do sound more like your mom.
That's true. She smokes a lot.
All right. Yep. This is a thing we're doing. Cool. Yep.
Cool.
Look, I don't want any part of it. I'll handle it myself, okay? I don't need this.
You don't need this?
No, I don't. I don't need this on
Obviously, you needed something, Jen, because I walked up to you not really having talked to you in a long time. I was like, hey, you want to leave campus? And you were like, yes. You asked no questions. You got into a car that we took from a teacher, and you're still here. So obviously you need something. So I would stop putting on airs if I were you and just, relax.
Jen looks at Turquoise for a second. Like she's not like she's about to say something, but like she's trying to think of something to say. And then she looks down at the forest floor and she kind of just kicks a rock randomly, and she turns around and starts to walk back toward the car. And after about 10 steps, she starts jogging.
I'm gonna go after her.
Should I also be jogging in that direction?
I would love to see a fridge jog. Yeah, let's go.
So it starts like high speed, like waddling. it's like leaning forward onto like the grooves, like on the front. It's like you can hear the rattling sounds of stuff inside of it.
Yeah, I think after a second, Chris is just like, okay, hold on, and she'll just like, oh, can I open you? Is this okay? I feel like you'd be easier if you didn't have so much stuff inside of you.
You have my permission to open my doors.
Cool. Just gonna open up and just start hand stuff out onto the floor.
I will be sad to see it all go. I felt it really added character.
Yeah, but it also made you noisier and heavier, and you're probably gonna be able.
Of course, that is most logical.
Just shove. And then I look at Abe, who'd probably like still lingering.
Abe finally stands up and he's pulling another cigarette out, and if like everyone else is kind of hurrying slightly, and Abe's just got his he gets the cigarette lit and he puts his hands in the pocket of his flannel shirt and he's just like, okay, and he starts following at a slow, casual saunter.
I think Chris holds out her hand. Helmet.
Yeah, here you go.
We'll take it. Probably see the little bit of like blood on the inside from that collision. Just go, great, all right. Just like take the edge of her shirt and just like wipe it. All right, let's go.
Inessa will follow after you at her, still making noise because they are a fridge trying to walk. But you do follow them, and after about, if you're jogging and they're trying to keep up, it's probably going to be 20-25 minutes before you get back to the road, and you find your car, and you find the and I think Jen and Turquoise are the first to exit. Yeah. Your mom's truck is parked at the in your driveway, and your mom's just kind of standing outside of it, like leaning against it, just arms crossed as she recognizes Chris's motorcycle.
Does she see us yet coming out of the forest?
How about you two both make me, was it invest? I think I'll just, for general perception, like this isn't going to be like a proper investigation check, but I think for like general perception, we'll just say investigate checks.
2 successes. I smort.
You can use one of those successes there to ensure that Jen does not blow your cover as well.
Sure, absolutely.
As you see your mom's truck in the driveway.
I yoink her back.
And then I notice as well.
Well, I guess they noticed we were gone, but lunch is just ending. She doesn't usually come home for lunch. She usually eats at the diner. So they must have called her, and you can tell from the calm tone of my voice, I'm not at all worried right now.
Jen is like on the verge of tears. Not sure whether they're like frustrated or angry or scared or what, but the manifestation of that exhaustion condition here. She skipped breakfast. She hasn't eaten lunch.
Are you hungry? I have like brownies. Wait, you shouldn't eat those.
I'll be fine.
Gonna hand her a handkerchief because Turquoise totally has a handkerchief.
What's it look like? What does this handkerchief look like?
It's like black.
Of course it is.
Like black and like kind of silky looking.
It's like they're an embroidered like initial on it.
Absolutely, there is.
And moments later, Chris and Abe, you catch up with these two that are still sitting just behind, like within the sort of forest line here. And a moment later, why have we stopped? Why have we stopped?
Our mom's home, Chris.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool.
That's obviously my motorcycle out there.
Yeah.
Abe just calmly keeps walking, cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah.
When he gets to where there's no way that Mrs. Guthrie can mistake him, he just cigarette in his hand. He's like, "Hey, Mrs. Guthrie, there were raptors. We got attacked."
What are you doing in the... No, I don't think I want to know what you're doing in the woods near my house, Abe Palmer.
We're allowed to go off campus for lunch.
Where are my daughters?
I think Chris will step up because there's no way that she can be like, "Oh yeah, my motorcycle, I'm not here." She won't make it look like she was hiding. She'll just make it look like she was lagging behind.
What's Jen doing?
Oh, wow. She's just watching at this point, waiting to see what's happening.
Hey, Mom. I
Chris,
didn't realize you were gonna be home.
work was slow today, so they cut my shift.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. What are you doing out here? I know you can leave school for lunch, but I would have... School started, like, lunch just ended, like 5 minutes ago, Chris.
Yeah.
And I know you didn't get lunch from our house, because the door is still locked.
Yeah, well, there was... I saw, like, this, like, really weird, like, animal or, like, something this morning, and I wanted to go check it out, but then we had to go to school, so I kind of wanted to come back around, and, like, Abe knows these types of things, so he came along with me. And then we got attacked by raptors. Like, there's just straight up raptors.
There's a raptor back there that I landed on.
Yep.
With
It was... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like one of you to make a charm roll. You can have a +1 since the other one is helping.
Okay.
You can decide between the two of you.
I actually do have a plus. I do have a 1 in charm, so...
Yay.
Yeah.
So,
So, and you can roll an additional d6 because Abe is helping you.
cool. Oh, God. D6. Let's roll
Roll your
another.
extra d6.
Oh, God. No.
Would you like to push yourself or use your shame, or that's all you have right now is your shame?
Yeah, my shame is I don't want to look weak.
There is an argument to be made for that auto success, and you do get to use it once a session.
Yeah, I think she wants to use this because she's trying to be very strong-willed at this point. She doesn't want to back down on it. Just be like, not give in to a lot of this questioning. So it's just kind of... And I think she'll like kind of lift up like the corner of her shirt that she had used to wipe the blood off of the helmet. Like, yeah, raptors.
Yes, I know that ever since your father has been gone, that you've always felt the need to step up and be that figure in Turquoise's life, and honestly in my life. But raptors, you shouldn't go out into the woods if you're not armed, at least.
I mean, yeah, but like, I haven't seen any raptors around the house recently, so I thought it was fine. Sorry for making you worry.
It's okay. Just please tell me that your sister's not here.
No, she wouldn't be able to leave campus anyway. She's still junior.
I don't think that's stopped her in the past.
Yeah, but like usually I'm the one that's trying to get her to stay at school.
I know you're the responsible one. Okay, well, thank you, Abe, for helping Chris deal with, I guess, raptors is what we had. I'm
Hey,
going
don't worry
to
about it, Mrs.
call.
Guthrie.
I'm going to call the school and let them know what you were doing and why you were out and missing class right now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We're heading back. I think we might get like some bandages for Abe first.
of course,
And,
yes, Abe. You should really. We've got some peroxide in the medicine cabinet. I think we might have some Neosporin. Probably throw both of those on there.
Yeah, and we'll probably run by a drugstore or something. So you could just tell them that we have to go do that before we head to class. That
Yep.
probably
I'll-
not bleeding everywhere is a good idea.
Yes. No. Bleeding is bad. I'll go do that.
Right.
Are you gonna be home after school today, or are you gonna be busy?
I think. God, I forgot what I put his name. Oh, Frank. I think
Yeah.
Frank might want me in the shop.
Yep. Okay. Well, she'll walk up to you and sort of wrap her arms around you and thanks, Chris. I'm glad you didn't get hurt, but please be more careful next time. If you see anything, let me know. We can call animal services.
Yeah, I know. And she'll hug back. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, we're gonna go deal with this and then head back to school.
And she'll walk back up the driveway and through your garage and into the house.
Vanessa,
Yes,
is our mom part of the conspiracy?
your mom? I do not think so. No.
She had a really weird, like, glazed over look this morning. It's like she couldn't tell that you were gone at first.
Let me rephrase that. I do not think that she is a willing, I'm blanking on the word that was just used. Yeah. In your quote unquote conspiracy, although, as I have said, a conspiracy is a unsure thing, and I am 99.999.
Stop. Well, until you're 100 P, like, we're calling it a conspiracy.
But your mother is most likely a program within this reality, and programs do not like to notice things that do not make sense.
You know, there was another film that I read about, Gen. Like, you've probably never heard of this because it's like too cutting edge for you. But there's this movie coming out next year. They're working on it right now called like The Matrix. Yeah, you've probably never heard of it. But I'm getting like, I've only read like a little bit. They only released like the briefest synopsis. It's like, you probably don't know what that is, right, Gen? Like, you don't know what it is, but I could tell you all about it one day. No, we could get coffee. I'll tell you about it.
Great. Great, Turquoise. Thanks.
I do
Abe
think
actually
that
butts in, and he's just like, "Come on, Turquoise, just chill out. Let's get the fridge in the car and go."
Huh, chill out. Anessa, do you get it? Do you get it? Chill out. Huh.
Oh, I get it. I am a fridge. And I generally keep things cold.
Not
And
anymore.
chill out is a turn of phrase.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it. Is that
Good.
what you call a pun?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anessa, can you please get in the trunk as he's like opening it?
I can get into a trunk, but I have fairly limited movement. Getting into that tree was rather difficult.
Well, Mom's truck is here. I could make the excuse that I drop off my motorcycle and borrow her truck.
Yeah.
I-
So you and Abe take Anessa, and I'll take. I could. Yeah. No, we need to return that. I can drive. It's fine. And me and Jen will take the car back to school.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys are gonna get my which kind of only able to cover me and Abe, because otherwise I would have had to tell Mom that you were here.
It'll be fine. They haven't noticed yet. What period are you going to, Jen?
I'm going to math. Pre-calc.
Pre-calc?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my god, Turquoise. Oh my god. Okay, so we have the party splitting here. We've got Chris and Abe taking Anessa to the comic book shop, and we've got Jen and Turquoise heading to school.
Yep.
Okay. Let us follow Jen and Turquoise then. I'm assuming you drive it back and put the car back in to Mr. What do I call him? Dom Mickelson. Dom Mickelson. Dr. Dom.
Dom. That's
Dr.
worse.
Dom. You put it back in his spot.
I kind of see. Tell me if this is too far out of the realm or if I need to roll for this, but I think Turquoise can forge, like make, not like anybody, but can like make things look pretty official just from like artsy stuff. What I'd like to do is be able to forge like a late pass for Jen or something.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if I've taken like something from, am I a klepto? Maybe, I don't know. So I just feel like I've taken like a notepad or something from the school or something like that before, because I'd like to forge a late pass for Jen.
Okay. I guess give me a tinker, I think. Yeah, give me a tinker.
What about like not that? What about like
I mean, you could try and make an argument for something else, but right now I'm leaning tinker.
Okay, let me just argue with you real quick. So like forging's like line. This isn't a machine, and tinker, as I'm looking at it, is really about building and manipulating machines and other mechanical items, and charms about lying.
Yeah, but that's in regards to people.
Is it though?
It is.
Is it?
Is it?
I mean, it is making people do what I want, which is not getting mad at Jen.
I'm sorry. Levi just said it's like lying with your hands.
It's beautiful.
I'll say it's not. I don't think it's quite forging a hall pass, but you could roll charm to try to talk your way through this.
Okay,
You would
I'm
like.
totally down with it. I'm totally
Yeah.
down with
You can
Okay.
try and talk your way through.
it. Okay. One success.
One success. So, you pull up to, the parking lot, and you pull into Dr. Dom Mickelson's parking spot. And as you get out of the car, you can see that Vincent is awake now and looking at you. And whatever you say to him will work. I'll say that right now.
Hey, Vinny, my man.
Turquoise, what are you doing? What are you doing, Turquoise?
So I was
Jen,
feeling
why are you talking? Why are you coming out of Dr. Dom's car?
So Dr. Dom said he might have some tampons in there, and we had a little bit of an emergency.
Why
My
would
ovaries were gonna explode, Vinny. Explode. And Jen
why would
was
you
helping.
why would you take the car then if there was something you and Dr. Dom is single, so I don't know why he would.
He's just really in touch with female empowerment. Vinny, aren't you? Are you not? 'Cause I can tell you about it.
Okay, Miss Guthrie. I'm not trying to get all up in you. All right, just go to class. Just go to class and
Thanks,
Yep.
Vinny.
I don't think there's anything to thank me for here.
Jen is left standing there. She's just been red like a beacon this whole time. Just as soon as you said tampons and my ovaries were about to explode, she just turned beet red. She's standing there like a deer in the headlights, and you kind of have to you walk away, and you kind of have to come back and grab her by the arm and pull her.
And I will.
Mm-hmm. And I think you're able to get Jen back into class with that excuse as well, into pre-calc.
Yeah.
And the pre-calc's taught by Professor Nakahara. She's PhD in applied mathematics. And
Professor Nakahara, you're too good for this place. You're too good for this place.
Turquoise, you're not in my class. Just
No, I just
I'm glad Jen helped you.
yeah, there was
but
blood everywhere.
I didn't need to know the details, Miss Guthrie.
She's again just completely beet red.
I don't need to.
Cool.
Jen, thank you for helping Miss Guthrie. Of course, I won't mark you absent. Miss Guthrie, if you're okay now, if you could just go to your class, please.
Yeah.
You kind of have to push her through the door. She kind of stumbles in and catches herself and makes her way to her seat.
Amber's in your class.
Before I leave, I just do this at Jen. And I leave.
Amber's in this class, Jen, and she sort of just gives you a scathing look as you walk in.
I don't think I even notice. I think I'm just I'm
taking care of your girlfriend,
mortified, and I just go back and sit in my seat. No, I don't go back because my seat's in the front row.
Yeah, and you can see Amber making very offensive symbols with these of her fingers.
And I just sort of slouch down in my chair.
Turquoise, do you go to class? This is a legitimate question I feel I have to ask.
What class do I have?
I don't know. What class do you have? Do you have let's see, you've had ethics. Do you have English?
No, I'll go to English.
English.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to stop by the janitor's closet.
Okay.
I don't think he's still in there, but...
You knock on the janitor's closet. Yeah. Who is the janitor?
I don't know.
Oh, I think... Oh, that's right. I think I kind of came up with one for the morning announcements, right?
Probably, yeah.
So, his name was... Mr. Ishimoto.
Cool.
And he opens the door, and he's this sort of like elderly Asian grandpa. He's got sort of like, you know, the slight Fu Manchu going on.
Respect.
You know, balding hair, but still got it on his sides, and Miss Guthrie, I was you didn't stop by in the morning.
Tommy? So wait, how does he know that I was gonna stop by? Because I was
Don't you normally stop by in the morning? I thought that's what it sounded like. I thought you bought weed from him. That's what it sounded like.
I was going to meet Jane in the janitor's closet.
Oh. I thought you were meeting. It sounded like you bought drugs from him.
No, it's the other illicit thing.
You know what?
Because you never specified what stopping in the.
I just like heavily implied, and everyone else got it.
I've got. You know how many characters I have to think about.
No, I'm with Tommy. I thought the other thing, not the.
Yeah, I thought you were buying drugs from him.
The ladies got it. Okay, but I do both.
Yeah, it's what the janitor closet is for. It's like either way. Either you have your drug dealer or you have your sugar boyfriend.
And your drug dealer is definitely this elderly Japanese grandma.
Yes.
Like, that's 100% canon now. Like,
yeah.
No matter what, that's canon now.
Say his name again. I don't want to miss
Mr. Ishimoto.
Ishimoto. Mr. Ish, I'm actually good. I'm good right now. Got my brownies, so I'm fine. Thought somebody else might still be here, but that doesn't make any sense, right, Mr. Ish? Because this is the janitor's closet. I'm in the wrong place. I might be high. I don't know.
I mean, James was here smoking earlier, but I think he was waiting for someone.
Oh yeah, probably his girlfriend. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, Miss Guthrie. Whenever you need anything. Oh my god, I'm dying. I 100% thought you bought drugs from the janitor.
Yep, and all the ladies were like, maybe not.
Oh god.
Okay,
I wonder if that says more about me than it does about you.
I think it's a gender thing because Levi agreed with you and me, Tommy. So it's a guys versus girls thing, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're just like, oh no, she's going there to hook up, which why she didn't do it when her friend was coming with her.
I mean, Sissy also would not be up for buying drugs either.
No,
so that's great. But I love that we've now come to this little happy marriage of you buying drugs from this grandpa, Japanese grandpa. Okay, let us zoom over to the truck, as your mom is fine with letting you drive the truck. She thinks it's not that weird. You borrow the truck every now and then when you need it. And since the other car was taken, she figures that, you know, with driving Abe, you might not want to drive your motorcycle, so she'll let you take the truck. Don't do anything funny to it at the shop.
Yep, I won't. I know. The last time I tried, it didn't go so well, so not gonna experiment with it.
Yeah, and Abe's like helping Anessa up into the trunk at this point, but like up into the bed of the truck, and just her eyes glaze over as she like looks directly at the refrigerator.
Cool.
All right. Well, drive safely, sweetie. I called the school. They'll know to expect you in like half an hour, 45 minutes. But do go to class, please.
Yeah, I will. I'm pretty sure that it would be pretty obvious I didn't. Thanks, Mom. Love you. Bye.
Love you too, Chris. She'll walk back in.
She's she's gonna
Oh, be
walk
careful with what's left of that cord, Abe. It's a little sensitive.
Yeah, totally. Don't worry. It's
you can actually feel things.
It is a simulation, so with the right programming, yes, I can. This simulation was created to emulate reality, so feeling was necessary.
Cool. Fridge that can feel all right.
Why is
So-
that so strange, Chris? I can feel in a certain degree in the real world.
So if you can feel and Chris dumped everything out, do you feel empty inside now?
A little bit, Abe. Thank you for asking.
Okay. I'm just gonna like I think finish getting the last bit of Anessa into the truck bed and like closes the end.
And Anessa, will sort of, I guess, be lying down in the truck bed. And you've got, this is a Northwest truck. You've got bungee cords and other like winch straps and whatnot to hold stuff down.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Inessa's fine. We got the 2 bungee cords with the hooks on either end, and you hook it into the bed, and it's probably good enough.
All right, you get a.
How much is Abe bleeding, by the way? I just need this mental image of how much blood is happening.
How much is
here.
Abe? How much is Abe bleeding right now? Enough to like impair certain, like you've got a slight headache going on, and enough to impair certain actions, but I wouldn't say anything too bad. So, he's, what would you say, Abe? Like a good big scratch on the head, like a scrape, a big scrape, or
it's head wounds bleed, so it can be super shallow and still just like down the side of his face.
There's a decent amount of blood. It seems mostly superficial for the most part, since we're able to wipe a little bit of it off. But
yeah, I think she's gonna get into the driver's seat and wait for Abe to get into the truck before she tosses like a grease cloth at him.
Abe totally he's respectful enough to not smoke in your mom's truck, but he puts his feet up on the dash.
Of course he does.
All right. So do you all start heading into the comic book store?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
You head to the comic book store, which is on the end of Main Street. Kanaskat is one of those towns that originally just had the one street, so most of the old shops are here. And the comic book shop has been here for a little while, although not always owned by Alexi. And as you pull into sort of the parking, the parking along Main Street there, you see walking down the street, sort of checking. There's no meters, so I guess they're just kind of. I think there's a donut shop nearby, and walking out of the donut shop is one Officer Poppy Shaw, and she's this young, mid to late 20s officer. We've got a short pixie cut going on, and she's known for turning kids in who are skipping class.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Has she spotted us yet?
She's not spotted you yet. As she's walking
I-
out with her partner, I guess.
I think Chris is immediately going to like duck under and like
Mhm.
grab Abe's shirt and also pull him down.
Yeah, can you both make sneak rolls for me?
Oh boy.
Success.
Nope.
You want to push yourself, Chris? Take a condition?
Yeah, let's do that.
No. Okay.
Try that again. Nope.
Ooh, no. She sees you as you're like sort of ducking down. It's like, Miss Guthrie,
Hey, officer.
aren't you supposed to be in school?
Actually, my mom cleared that up already. We're on our way there. I needed to drop/pick stuff up here before getting there because of things that happened while I was out on lunch. Like, actually, my mom called the school already.
And I can see you down there, Mr. Palmer. Don't tell me.
Whatever position he's been yanked into, he doesn't
Yeah.
get up. Like waves over whatever the edge of the truck. Like, hey, how's it going?
Can you roll me a charm, Chris, please?
Oh boy. Okay. Oh my god.
Successes. Also, do make sure you did push yourself, so do make sure to mark a condition.
Yeah. I
What
think
condition?
she's exhausted. She's just been a lot happening this lunchtime.
Would you like to push yourself on this charm roll? Take another condition?
No, not really. But
Okay. I'm gonna have to call the school just to check on that, Miss Guthrie. I'm sure that's okay with you if you have it cleared. Yes.
yeah, my mom actually did call for that.
Yes. If you could hold,
yeah.
if you could hold here for one moment, please, Miss Guthrie.
And she's going to point at Abe and just be like, can we like at least get into the comic book store so we can that
Mr. Palmer, why are you bleeding?
Velociraptors.
like my mom knows this. It's why she's calling. It's why we're late. It's why we're here because we were going to be on our way. And so we were going to pick up some stuff for that.
At the comic book shop.
I mean, it's where he works. We know that there's stuff there, right, Abe?
Yeah, Alexi totally has a first aid kit.
Okay, I'm just going to call the school. You should not go too far.
Okay, like it's literally right there. Well, we won't go that far.
Why is there a fridge in the back of your car, by the way?
I'm going to be taking it to the repair shop later today.
Okay. And she'll go back to her sort of the donut shop. She'll go back to the donut shop and use their phone.
I think as soon as she goes to as soon as she starts walking, I think it's good. All right, Abe. Are we gonna drop off the Anessa now or?
Well, yeah, we can't take it to school this is out of character now. We
Yeah.
can't take it to school because you can't leave it in the bed of truck at school. Someone could take it. If you're going to take it to the repair shop, you got to put it somewhere else first. So yes, we're going to take it inside.
Okay.
So as soon as she walks away, Abe's already like opening the door to the bed. It's like, all right, Anessa, just be quiet. Let us move you and yeah.
Thank you for not telling
No,
the police officer. I thank you for not telling the police officer.
No,
No.
if people
No
hear you
talking.
talking,
No talking.
Right. Refrigerators do not talk normally. I will shh, as you say.
Nessa.
And she's quiet for now.
Just gonna
Abe
quickly-
climbs into the bed to like push from the towards the cab push.
Yeah, Chris will be at the other end to gently grab.
All right, and you guys y'all are able to take it into the shop easily enough. Alexi is this sort of boxy. There's exposed wires in his body. He's all function, not a lot of form. And he says that is sort of how they make things in Russia, apparently. All function, not a lot on form. And he goes,
Abe, I was not expecting you until later today.
No, yeah, we need to borrow the first aid kit.
You are bleeding. I can see that.
Yeah, and we need to put this fridge in the back. We're gonna come pick it up later.
Also, for chat, imagine this robot has a Russian accent. I'm not about to try one because I
can't. Why are you bringing a refrigerator? We already have one for you and the other employee.
There's a really good story behind why, but I can't tell you that till we come to pick the fridge up.
Hello, Alexi. I am Unit A1 3X3. I'm sorry, that's wrong one. Reading the wrong one. Unit 1 N355A, also known as Anessa.
Hello, Anessa. I am Unit A13X31, but you seem to already know me.
I am aware of your existence.
Cool, great.
You may put her in the back if you would like.
Yep. Anessa, are you going to be able to walk on your own over there, or do we have to put you in the back?
You can set me down here.
Please take her to the back. Do not scuff my floors.
Is the first aid kit in the back, Abe?
Yeah, it's by the coffee machine.
All right, let's go. Take Anessa.
Please do not scuff my floors or get too much blood everywhere.
Abe just with the sleeve of his flannel is just fine, no blood. But as they're carrying Anessa in back, he looks around one of the sides at Chris and he's just like, what's up with your sister and Jen? She's really antagonistic towards her.
I don't know. They've been like this for a really long time. It's Thursday. I stopped asking questions after a while. I'm pretty sure Turquoise doesn't mean for it to be antagonistic, from what I understand. But I think she tried to shrug, but she had the fridge. It's kind of
I knew a guy in middle school, and he liked this girl, so he called her names and was really mean to her. Is that what's going on?
I mean, maybe. I don't ask too much questions about my sister's love life. It's it's just I'm pretty sure that siblings, there's just kind of enough of if anyone hurts you, I'll do something about it, but otherwise I'm not going to ask too many questions.
I believe I once downloaded a book on this. By being antagonistic to the person that she likes, she gains more of their attention, and that is the end goal.
All right, yeah. Just gonna continue shuffling backwards.
And you set her up back. There's another fridge back here. It's a lot smaller. It's more of a mini fridge, to be honest. Just meant to keep some snacks for the human employees here. There's a shelf of oil next to it for Alexi. And it's a simple back room. There's a little card table, a couple foldable chairs, a microwave. Back here, there's some snacks, some pizza Pringles that I think Abe keeps here.
Yep, totally.
And I think after they said, Chris just like, I mean, you and Turquoise hang out a lot. I'm surprised you didn't just ask her.
I mean, when we talk about, movies and stuff, like we read the article on the Matrix out of the magazines. We talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys do other than get high in the woods.
Speaking of, Abe makes sure to take the first aid kit out himself, and he pockets a brown paper bag before Chris can hopefully see it. And then
Make a sneak roll, please.
Huh?
Take a sneak roll. No, you
success.
noticed this.
I mean, Chris is familiar with this. Like, just have it at
He's
home.
being so sneaky, but he's not.
And I'm sure Turquoise has like hidden some of her stash in Chris's room to just make sure that it's separated.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be like, I'm not like gonna. It's fine.
I wonder if this counts as a. No, because it's not the parties involved. No, this isn't quite a friction scene. Which is a way to recover from conditions. You can either go and see your anchor and have a meaningful moment with them, or you can have a friction scene, which is usually taking place someplace where two or more teens can gather and talk about the issues, and hopefully resolve some of the issues within their group. But I don't think this issue is between you two, so not quite a friction scene. Now, if you would like to try and heal Abe of his condition, you could roll lead, Chris.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
That's if you would like to try and heal his condition.
I might as well give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's. Gee, no, that's a 0 on that one too.
Yeah. I don't know how much you do like manage to patch it up, but you don't heal the condition. It's easy enough to patch it up. There is a little bit of blood, as I think like you do manage to like reopen that wound a little bit. And actually you have been rubbing your flannel in the blood as well. Your paper bag has gotten a little wet with blood.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we should probably head back outside so that Officer Poppy doesn't think we just left.
Yeah, it's a good plan. And Abe grabs the can of Pringles as they walk out.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna make sure that the bag is pretty damn well hidden or whatever, if he's taking it with, or if he's leaving, unless you're leaving it here.
I think since it's even to Abe, it's pretty obvious that you noticed, and he puts it in the backpack instead of trying to stuff it in his flannel.
You head back outside, and Officer Poppy is out there waiting already, sort of leaning against the side of the shop, tapping her foot. All right,
Hey.
I cleared it with your school. You are really expected to be there soon, but we're not out of... What is that smell?
It's just my snack off.
What smell are you talking about?
Abe, I'm gonna need you to roll charm, please. You can have a +1 since Chris is helping you here. If Chris would
2
like,
successes!
Oh my god.
you should now. Things you can buy, bonus effects that you can buy with successes on charm is they will keep believing you. You have formed a lasting relationship. They will take risks to help you. They will try to persuade others to believe you. They are frightened, confused, or impressed, or they are infatuated, which would be real awkward. And thank you, Straticus, for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We are playing a little
Smile and wave,
things
boys.
from
Smile and
the
wave.
Flood. It's a sequel to Tales from the Loop, and they're currently just talking their way out of carrying weed around in front of a cop.
What? It's in the backpack. She's not gonna know.
You think weed doesn't smell through backpacks? You ever smelled some real good weed?
Through walls.
Yeah. I had a kid try to do a drug deal on school campus, and we have drug dogs. You could smell it through the whole freaking campus.
See, now here's the thing. I am boring as hell. I have never done weed. The only time I know what it smells like is if it's been smoked already.
Okay, yeah, no, it's a strong smell.
Yeah.
It's a very pungent smell, especially if it's good. I am like, I lived on a floor with a lot of people who smoked weed. That's why I know that.
Can I please have the list of things I can buy with my extra charm again?
Yeah. So when you roll extra successes on charm, you can make them keep believing you, form a lasting relationship. They will take risks to help you. They will try to persuade others to believe you. They are frightened, confused, or impressed, or they are infatuated with you, which would be.
I mean, there's a part of me that wants to pick the last one.
I mean, it goes with your problem, right?
It does go with my problem, but I think I'll just I would like Officer Poppy to keep believing me.
Okay. Never mind. You should probably get those Pringles checked out. They smell like they're way past their expiration. I didn't even know Pringles had expiration dates. I thought they just kind of were so preserved they lasted forever. Anyways, get going to school. You clearly are patched up. Try to stay out of trouble, Miss Guthrie. Palmer. She's definitely caught you before. Like,
he gives her a smile as he puts another Pringle chip in his mouth.
All right, have a good day, officer. And she's just gonna kind of walk to the truck, not quite ushering Abe, but kind of be like, "Let's go."
all right. So you all return to school, and the rest of your school day passes normally. Unless there was something, a scene someone specifically wanted to play out here.
Nope. Everything's great. But I do find Jen as soon as school's over.
Okay. So you do find Jen, where are you right after school ends?
Right after school, I'm heading to the pool for afternoon practice.
All right.
Do you get there first?
I try to.
Cool. So is everybody else still like changing and stuff in the locker rooms?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're like already changed?
I am, and I'm stretching on the pool deck.
Yeah, so what I would love to do is like sneak up on her.
No need for the roll. She's probably got her headphones in. She's listening to her Discman.
Cool. I'm gonna pull out one of your headphones. Wait. I'm gonna slide your headphones.
Yeah, I don't think they're earbuds yet.
I'm gonna slide your headphones back. Hey.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
All right. I'm so hungry. Yeah, it's okay though. Hey, thank you. Thanks for helping me stay out of trouble back there.
Oh, no problem. You say anything about having a period and they just like roll over.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I know. So, did you notice anything weird in class today? I'm trying to figure out like who's part of the conspiracy and who's just like a pawn in the conspiracy.
It takes me a moment to remember exactly what it is you're talking about. You really believe what it was saying, don't you?
Oh, it was a sentient refrigerator, so I mean, there are a lot of different like gods like in religion, like why maybe one is like a sentient refrigerator. Like I'm not gonna poo-poo it until I'm sure.
Okay, that's like out there, Turquoise.
I mean, have you ever read the Bible? Everything in there is very out there.
Okay. Did Chris and Abe make it back?
Chris is fine.
I think you would have known because you probably had them in one of your an afternoon classes.
Cool. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine.
And everything was cool with your mom?
I guess. She doesn't know I left.
Wow.
Yeah, I could probably get away with murder with her. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember.
So can anybody just like swim here?
On the weekends there's open swim sometime, but during school, at least in the fall and winter, it's pretty much just for
Jen.
the team. And
hey, Jen. You know you're not supposed to bring your girlfriend around for practice. The Amber sort of walking out of the locker room.
I shoot her a dirty look, and then I look back at Turquoise. Just ignore her.
Why? She's like super cool. I'm gonna walk up to her.
You're not really, are you?
No, that was me narrating out of character. I know the timbre of my voice didn't change, but I'm walking up to her.
Turquoise.
Hey, who are you?
I'm Amber Martin, right? Yeah, Amber Martin. You're that Guthrie girl, aren't you?
Yeah,
the weird Guthrie girl, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing here? This is swim team only right now.
I guess you could say like I don't really care and I needed to talk to someone, so.
Well, you should go now. Talk to her. Unless you want to make out.
Well, you see, the real reason I came here, Amber, is because I wanted to make out with you. And I'm very close to her now.
Can you roll me charm, please?
Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to. Okay.
Oh my god! Is there any chance that I could choose the extra effects here?
Yeah. I think you know what I want is to get her, just like Mirror says,
you do?
uncomfortable and/or aroused.
She's both, because you get to buy 2 extra effects. And I was gonna pick, she's frightened, confused, or impressed. She's definitely frightened and confused.
Yeah.
And she's partially confused because she's a little infatuated.
Yeah.
I don't date juniors.
Oh, but you do date girls.
That's not what I said. No, that's not
No, but
what I
it's not
said.
what you not
You know
said.
what? You're not swim team? You're not swim team? Please get out.
Hey, Amber. That suit looks really good on you.
Oh, I write this one down. Amber
Mark
is
me
scared.
and horny.
Yeah, Amber is scared and horny. And I think there's a whistle blown at this moment as Coach Mindy comes in. All right. I don't know what's going on here, Miss Guthrie. I am gonna have to ask you to leave here.
Is the whole group in here?
All the swim, yeah, they're out here at this point.
Yeah. Okay, no, I'm headed out. Amber, I'll see you for our date on Friday. Peace.
Amber, as you're sort of leaving here, Amber, if you can keep your you need to talk about anything, I'm here to talk, but please, if you could keep your personal life outside of, and there's 100% rumors going around now.
And as Turquoise is walking to the door, I'm walking up to the starting platform to get in the pool, but looking to see if she looks back at me.
Nope, I'm too cool. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
And so I watch her as she goes, and then I just get in ready position for Coach to blow the whistle.
All right. And the whistle's blown, and you notice that Amber is a little bit more subdued during practice today, or tonight, during this evening. Doesn't seem to really heckle you as much as normal. And you beat her in one of the freestyle heats. There's your 3 successes. Jesus. Oh my god. Ugh.
It was brilliant.
I'm glad we were on the same wavelength there, Warren. All right. So, was there anything specific anyone else wanted to do before? I don't know if you all had planned on meeting up after Jen's practice.
I mean, at some point, I've got to meet up with Turquoise. I've got the weed.
True. That's very important. And I'm sure Chris and I meet somewhere.
All right. And what?
And I would love to just to check in with the coach as check in with my anchor and see if I can get rid of the condition. But I'm good with not necessarily role playing that, if that's.
I mean, I think we should step into it for a moment. If I think it's generally a scene that you want to play out a little bit, okay. And I think the coach is sort of cleaning up after practice, not like cleaning the pool or anything, but is sort of checking stuff. And she's got her office just off the pool. And you might knock on her door. Yeah, come in, Jen.
And so I just come in, and I spend a lot of time in her office. She's been a friend and mentor to me since I started high school. And so I just kind of collapse into one of the chairs on the other side of her desk. I am so tired, Coach.
You've been working really hard and all summer as well. It's to be expected. I mean, you could. I mean, you could take off weekend practice if you felt you were, pushing yourself too hard.
Oh, no,
You've
definitely
gotta,
not.
rest is. I always say rest is just as important as training, even if I can
Yeah.
be a bit hard during practices.
Yeah, I know. No, I think I'll be fine. I just
Hey,
need...
have you eaten today?
No, I
Jen,
didn't.
you gotta eat. You look peaky.
Yeah. Do you have any of those power bars?
Yeah. I was just gonna. She'll hand you 3.
Yeah.
Don't blow through those too fast. But they're not a replacement for a meal, but they'll get you through the day.
And she's already like halfway through the first one, other than that Twinkie that Abe shared with her kind of midday. She's not had anything to eat today. So, okay.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask, how'd that call go this morning? They said it was someone from college.
Oh, no, it was just a mistake. It wasn't for me.
Oh, well. I mean, don't worry about it. It did seem a little early for some of those calls to be going out, but I've got friends, and I've certainly put the word out. Now, it wasn't just you, but I, gave a fair shake to everyone on the team. But I did make sure to drop your name a couple times, so don't be surprised if someone does end up calling for you.
Well, I know that if I keep working and maybe if I spend some time in the weight room, I know I can beat that fly record.
Then you need, as much as you need to train, you also need to take some evenings off at least, maybe. Like you can't. Nothing good is gonna come of pushing too hard. I can attest to that. I've gone through that before. I get it, but you're gonna hurt yourself if you train too hard, and that's worse.
Yeah. I definitely can't get injured. You're right. You're always right.
How about you just do morning practices this weekend, and in the afternoons, do something fun, relaxing, preferably.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll find, sometimes I found after a good relax, I come back and I'm better.
Yeah, me too. You're right. Okay. I just have, the only thing I have this weekend is the thing out at the park.
Oh, the environmental cleanup thing. Yeah, they've been doing that since I was here. I mean, they've been doing that as long as I can remember. It's sort of like they're, we got to ensure, that future generations know about conservation and cleaning up the park. And it's nice. At least they only make you do it once a year.
Yeah. And I've got some friends that are going to be there. So it'll be all right, I think. But after that, I'm just gonna chill out for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Sounds good. And by now she's been talking with her mouth full this whole time. Yeah. She's into the third power bar, but she's starting to get her energy back up.
All right. Well, go have some fun. It's Friday night. You're a senior. Have fun. Don't get in trouble. Because then I would have to, if you get in trouble, I wouldn't be able to give you the captain spot.
Good feelings gone.
But you do heal your condition.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. And I'm heading out to my bike.
Right. You all sort of arrive in the parking lot, I think, at the same time ish, as you sort of met up, or you're waiting for Jen, I'm guessing.
I mean, if she wants to come, but Turquoise is not going to. wave her over or make her come or yell at her, anything like that. Sorry, let me phrase that. I'm not going to make her come over to the car.
Jen, you see that the rest of the crew has sort of gathered around in the parking lot. There's still quite a few cars in the parking lot, given that practices are still going on. Football season's about to get underway, so still quite a few cars left in the driveway and in the parking lot. And you see them.
Yeah. I see them, and I start to like walk toward my bike, but then I stop and I turn toward the car and I start walking over. Hey.
As soon as Jen reaches the group, Abe just hands her what's left of the can of Pringles.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you so much. And she starts digging into the Pringles.
You should eat more.
Yeah, I usually am pretty good about that, but today was just a weird day. Well, you know.
No, it was like pretty normal.
She kind of laughs and maybe even like spits out some Pringles chunks and is kind of embarrassed by the whole thing. This is normal, huh?
There's a couple of girls walking by, and you can hear them whispering, hey, like to each other. I've heard that Amber Martin is seeing a junior. It's a girl. Welcome to small town America. Rumors spread fast.
I turn around when I hear them and I just go.
They both look at you kind of like, she's weird. That Guthrie girl. They walk off to their car.
Signs with the fingers.
They walk off faster at this point, kind of like.
All right, so are we gonna go like deal with the refrigerator?
You know, and I'm remembering Coach telling me just now to go have fun. Yeah, cool. I'll go. Could we like pick up some pizza or something on the way?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I brought Mom's truck because it was just gonna be better for bringing a fridge across town. Right.
All right.
Well, I can just hop in the back.
Yeah.
It's the 90s, right?
Yeah, I imagine it's either man, the stories I could tell you about riding trucks in Washington. It's either does it have a bench seat here? Or is it like a two-seater?
I guess it would have like a bench seat.
Oh yeah.
All right.
In 98, it'd be a bench seat.
Yeah. So like there's a bench seat in this truck. And you could fit 3 people easily, right? 4 people if one's sitting on someone else's lap.
I volunteer.
Or you could ride in the back of the truck. The police aren't going to pull you over for that in small town Washington State in the 90s.
I would like to sit on Jen's lap.
Yeah, I'm putting my bike up in the back of the truck. Yeah, cool. No, I'm totally. So I pull my bike up in and then kind of hop down. And Chris, you're driving.
Chris is driving.
Abe, you're probably already in at this point, right?
I think Abe's standing around scratching at the bandage on his head as everyone's doing things. He's just like, I feel like I'm forgetting something today. There was something I was supposed to do I was supposed to meet someone.
Cue as we flash to
slow realization of slight horror on his face, like, oh, Brittany's gonna be so mad at me.
Where were you gonna meet Brittany?
We were supposed to meet at lunch.
Okay, yeah. Flashback as we
Turquoise
see
laughs.
Brittany standing in the lunchroom looking around, not seeing Abe anywhere. Going out to the quad area, not seeing Abe anywhere.
And then he like quickly gets in the car, like, we need to go.
Yeah, come on, she's vicious.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. And she's just gonna kick the car into ignition and
Yeah.
get
So
going.
I've hopped up into that passenger seat.
Is Abe in the middle then?
Yeah. Yeah, because you just got right in, didn't you?
I mean, if at that point he might have just jumped in next to the bike because he's just like, we need to go now.
The turquoise might not get her lap sitting moment. Unless you still do it.
I still do it.
Jen let her?
Are that's not very comfortable, is it?
Oh no, I'm like super comfy. You're comfy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally cool.
Cool.
So, tell me about this pizza place you all stop at, if you're stopping at pizza.
Oh man, we are totally stopping at pizza.
Yeah, we are.
Can it be like, I don't know why I want it like space themed? Like rocket pizza or something to that effect?
And
Have
it's
you
like
recently
the
watched
slogan
Toy
is
Story
out
is
of
the
this
question.
world.
No, I actually haven't, but that's totally what I'm thinking.
You all go in to order a pizza, and there's a teenager, someone you probably know from the school. I don't know. One of y'all have a name for him? Robbie. It's a Robbie. Hello, and sorry, no, that's not. Hello, and welcome to Out of This World Pizza, where the pizza is out of this world.
This world. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Robbie.
Oh, hey, Chris. Turquoise. Abe. Jen.
What are you on, Robbie?
What? The question is, what am I not on?
I love this guy. I love this guy.
Okay. Yeah. Do I just want to get a large pepperoni?
I am a vegetarian.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I
Can
want
we get,
literally everything.
I want vegetables.
I want the garbage pizza.
The garbage pizza is a pizza on this list. It's called Space Junk, though.
I feel like Abe's the guy where he's just like, fuck it, throw everything on it. I don't care.
All right, I got one Abe's Way. I got, did you say vegetarian?
What are you
others?
feeling? What are you feeling, Jen?
Can I get I want one of those the multi-meat pizzas.
Oh, you want the Mars meat lover?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she loves meat.
Robbie laughs at Hey, I see
And
what you
Jen
did there,
blushes.
Turquoise. Good one. All right, I got one Mars meat lover for the meat lover. Got one Abe's Way. I got one veggie for the cool girl. What about you, Chris?
Just a pepperoni would be cool.
All right, one boring way.
And some mozzarella sticks. Could I get some mozzarella sticks too?
All right, we're really digging in here. Yeah, I like it. I like your style.
I
Hell
think
yeah, one set of mozzarella sticks coming up.
How busy
right.
is the restaurant right now?
It's pretty busy actually. Because it's Friday
Cool.
night, right?
I'd like to make a stealth, please, or a sneak, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Roll that sneak.
Abe's digging in his backpack and he's like, Robbie, we're a little tight on the funds, and he like unwraps the brown paper bag and separates it and
Got a little
tries
blood
to
on-
slide it
It's
over
got a little
to
blood.
Robbie. Can you give us a discount?
I mean, you don't have to. You don't. Okay, the rest of the group obviously notices it, but like,
It's to keep it from the rest of the restaurant. I don't care
Yeah.
about the group.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that. You could push yourself on this roll if you wanted. Take that condition.
You know,
I think Chris is watching this, and she was digging into her pocket for her wallet because she was about to pay for this. It's like,
Robbie will take it. He takes it. He knows what the brown paper bag means. Like, he's taking it. He's like this. The sneak isn't for him to take it. He'll take it. Yep, I'll ring you up for. Heck, 1 pizza and a set of mozzarella sticks for that. Your total's gonna come to $18.
yeah, she's just gonna. Chris is gonna pull out her wallet and pay for it.
All right. And you pay for it, $18. That's you have it. You work at the nearby shop.
Yeah.
And about 20 minutes later, all your pizzas and the mozzarella sticks come out. Are you taking it to go, or are you eating here?
Can we go eat in the bed of the truck? Under
Yes.
the stars.
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
The sunset, whatever.
Let's see. It's probably about, I don't know, 5:36 at this point. So probably 6. So sun is close to setting, I think, in September in Washington. So you can see, on the horizon, on the eastern horizon, you can see a few stars peeking out. There's music blaring. I think it's Backstreet Boys right now. Everybody, rock your body. And as you hop up into the bed of the truck, you open up your pizza, and it smells great in that greasy pizza kind of way. Just like all sorts of grease everywhere, but it smells so good. You're so hungry, and you're digging in, and the cheese is just, melting in your mouth and long strings of it. And there's the roar of a loud muffler as a Jeep pulls in. And Abe, you're familiar with this Jeep. And it parks next to y'all, about a parking lot spot down, and the door opens, and out comes Abe's brother. I think that's where we're going to call today's session.
His military brother, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, shaved sides, short cropped hair on top. Looks like Abe, but cleaner. Yeah, that's where we're gonna end today's session. Did we ever come up with a name for your brother? I think we did, right?
yeah, Dale.
Dale, that's right. Out comes Dale Palmer.
Because originally I was gonna just steal things from Twin Peaks and was like, well, if my last name's Cooper, my brother's got to be Dale. But then we went with a different name.
Yeah, Dale. Oh boy, I wonder why he's back in town. And at the pizza shop, no less. So, that was a great session, y'all. I have some great notes here. I think the highlight is a Mark Amber as scared and horny. That was great and loads of fun. Why don't we go around and do our plugs and outros here? Let's go back the other way. Let's start with Lauren.
Hey, I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger over on Twitter. I like making people uncomfortable in RPGs. Yep, that's me. Plugs. Besides on Twitter, I run an Urban Shadows campaign tomorrow night at 9 Eastern on Tales from the Grim. Things are heating up. I've got 7 players right now. Ah! That's all.
Nice. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Moving on. Let's move on to, I believe it is Mal next.
Hi, I'm Mal. You can find me on Twitter at MalHadale. You can find me every Tuesday for another 2 episodes before the season ends on Scraticus Academy playing Call of Cthulhu. It's amazing and great. I feel like Abe's going to have to do something. If any of you were watching yesterday, you know my brand. At some point, we're going to find out how sad Abe really is.
Oh.
I don't know what it is yet because I was trying to go off brand, but it's going to happen. It seems to happen every time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes. You know, there's no reason you should be worried about your brother being back in town. Absolutely not. I'm really channeling my inner Lauren right now. There's nothing to worry about.
That's a lie.
Shh. You've already seen the DM's guide for how to be Lauren. Kiana.
Oh man, that was so much fun. Oh, yeah, I love this crew and how ridiculous they are. How they seem to work together really well, despite being so different. Yeah, I do enjoy Chris kind of being like, she lies a lot to cover up for shit, but like, and somehow fails a lot of them, but somehow still squeaks by because she manages to tell the truth at the right times. Yes, or at least twist a little bit. Yes, Mom, we're stopping at the drugstore. Actually, we're stopping at the comic book store, still for the same mini first date. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's all good. But yeah, can't wait for next week. Or next time we play this game. But until then, you guys find me over on Twitter at KanaS. Best way to figure out what I'm doing. I'm on the internet doing all sorts of role playing things, whether that's streaming or writing or shouting to the void. I think I'll plug that. Lauren and I have a channel called Salty Sweet Games. I've been chatting on that channel because I couldn't be bothered to switch to my own account. But yeah, we just did a huge charity event yesterday, which was super successful. Yeah, we have plans to try to hit affiliate this month. So we're going to be doing some quick little video game streams, all that fun multiplayer stuff. So come hang out with us on Salty Sweet Games over on Twitter to find out when we go live and all that stuff.
Yay! And last but most certainly not least, our resident Jen, Allison.
So much fun. I love this game. I love the story. I love the character interactions. I love the world that you're building, Tommy.
Smile and wave.
I love getting to play Jen because she's so straight edge, and it probably will be a shock to all of you to know that in the 90s and late 80s, I was basically that person. So it's super easy and super fun to play. Yeah, that's right, Turquoise. Super square. And a little bit cathartic, actually, which is cool. All of my RPGs turn into therapy eventually. This is why I do it. So no, I don't. I do it primarily to get to hang out with these amazing people and have so much fun. Chat, thanks so much for being a part of this tonight as well. I can be found on Twitter at Allison Robinson with 2 L's and a Y. You can catch me on Tales from the Grim tomorrow in the aforementioned Urban Shadows campaign, Bad Moon Rising, where I play a nun, also pretty straight edge. Yeah, right, exactly. Who is about to maybe get her ass kicked, though. That'll be really interesting to see where that goes. So check in with us tomorrow evening and back here whenever we're back here. Tommy, when are we coming back here?
Yeah, speaking of that, I think as long as it still works for everyone, next Sunday, we'll probably be back at either 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. That's my time. 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern is the most likely time. I'll send out a post for it. If we want to go a little earlier so that some people can eat a little bit earlier, we can do that next week. But yeah, I'm Imperator Pengu on the Twitter sphere, Imperator Penguin here. It was such a blast to be able to run this for you all. I'm so glad to be able to finally run like a full sort of Things from the Flood campaign. I've been wanting to try it out, and I really love all of your characters and how they interact and mess with all of the NPCs. I love the interactions, and I love putting you all through trouble as it goes. You can find me on Twitter at Imperator Pengu. I do tabletop RPG stuff across the interwebs. I have a postie with a schedule of where and when I'll be, which my lazy ass still needs to update for this month. I am also in the Bad Moon Rising campaign. I'm also probably about to get I'm either going to either kick some ass or get my ass kicked. We'll see. That was kind of up. It could be both. That was kind of up in the air when we ended last session. But yeah, we'll be back next Sunday for sure. I think I'm good. I'll send up a post with the exact time, but it'll probably be about the same time, close to the same time. Yeah, why don't we find someone to raid? Let's see. Let's go toss it to Pro again. I play over there quite often. We just ended one of our Dungeon World campaigns there, which was epic. If you ever get the chance to watch it on YouTube, watch it Tale Untold. It's dramatic, traumatic, and dramatic. It's great. But yeah, what I think we should, let's see. I think we'll still use the Mr. Destructoid icon, but let's do mark me horny and scared, or mark me scared and horny. Mark me
scared and horny.
And horny. Boom boom. All right. Let's do that as our raid call. Raid. Restart. Here we go. Hit them up in chat. And thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely evening, rest of the week. And remember, please be kind. The world needs it. Thank you.
Oh, dang.
Mark me
Read
scared
it
and
out.
horny.
Look at
Okay,
that.
well,
Yeah.
that's just my general mood, I guess. So there you go. But thank you for the raid. Everyone has some good familiar names in the chat. Thank you for jumping over. We are just playing Cypher System, Afrofuturism, Science Fantasy Adventure. Hope your stream went well, friends. Yeah.
Misspelled horny. Okay.
Reader NPCs are one of those mostly scared. Sometimes or one of those mostly scared.
Mostly scared. Just terrifying.
Mostly scared. Yeah, she's gonna try to call him.
You call and you wait a beat, and then you kind of wait, and then you hear Tula, kick that ball. Yeah, it's you. Why are you calling me?
Hey, buddy.
Why what do you do here? Dad, hey, buddy. You see kids running around, it's chaos.
Hey, we could use a little bit more help if you're up for it.
Why are you calling me? You told me never to contact you again. Why are you doing this? It's my daughter's Tula's recital today. Frog Princess.
Well, if you don't help us with this little problem we have, you know, a bunch of bombs being set off all over the place, then yeah, you might not be able to go to that recital. We need a it was a flux wait. Neotech flux shield. She's probably gonna be like yelling over to Agni, like, what it's a Neotech flux
Neotech Flux Shield.
shield.
That's an Agni God.
Neotech Flux Shield.
No, please.
Oh yeah, the whole crew's here.
God, no, God.
They said hi.
No, they don't.
The whole
No,
crew's
God.
here.
You see us walk in the background, it's like, hey. No, he's like, no.
Yeah,
G3 like slowly levitates upside down past Melee.